Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm in the main part of my shop today and I'm going to be installing a garage door opener on this massive shop door. This door is 12 feet tall by 18 feet wide. It's insulated and it has glass in it, and the style of door opener I'm going to use is a manual style. It's like a chain hoist style with like a 4-to-1 gear ratio. So it should make opening this door a lot easier. I have no clue how much this door weighs. If you know anything about garage doors or shop doors, do me a favor and drop a comment and let me know what you think this door might weigh. It has like 4 massive springs on it, so I know it's pretty heavy. So if you know, just let me know. The great news for today is that I don't have to get on a ladder because I have a loft, which is where I'm going to be doing the install. And it's 100 degrees today, so it's easily going to be like 140 up there, right? All right, I'm up here in the loft where old bad projects go to die, and here is the main part of this chain drive garage opener. It's made for a 1-inch shaft with a 1/4-inch keyway, and here's a sprocket, I guess that's what you call it, gear that goes on as well, and there's a chain here that connect these two together, and then this is the chain that goes around there. Got a couple of collars here that have to go on. Here's the key. Here's a chain link for connecting the chain. Here's these collars that go around the unit. Carriage bolt and nut. And this is the retainer for the chain down below. This is a bracket that's supposed to hold this to whatever is next to the shaft on the garage door. For me, it's a little short. I don't have enough space back here, and so I'm going to shim that, and I'll show you that when I do it. And then of course we got all the chain, which we'll use later. And this is a Fehr, F-E-H-R. I got it on Amazon for just over $100. I'll drop a link down below, and let's get to it. All right, the first part of this will be this collar put on the shaft, and it does take a 4mm Allen. And I'm just going to set that on there, and I'll tighten it on there after the main piece is on. Throw that on, and I'm putting the sprocket side out. And I think I'm going to butt this all the way up to the rail here. I don't see why that would be a problem at all, other than maybe some noise. So I'm going to go all the way up against that rail, and then I'll tighten this set screw here. Okay. And then we attach this next collar on the outside of it. Now this did not come with any instructions. Everything I know about this is from YouTube. So there we go, that looks good. Now we got this big guy, and this has to line up with the smaller one here. Let's see if this key is going to fit. So Woodruff key. Yeah, that should fit in there nicely. Okay, good. And then I'll line that up when I put the chain on it, and then tighten it after the chain's on. Here's the chain, and it does have a master link on it. Let's see if I need to pull that off or not. Yes, I will. Alright, I'll have to go do that downstairs. Alright, this little chain retaining clip, this was really easy to push off on this chain. And here's the master link part. I should just be able to drape this around here. Oh yeah. Put this back together. They did oil the chain, that's nice. See how easy this is to get back on. Can I push it on by hand? Almost. Did bring a pair of pliers. There we go. Now I just gotta line this up to each other. That looks pretty good there. I'll just tighten these. There's 2 set screws on this one. Make sure we're still lined up here. You're probably looking at the back of my head right now, but I'm just making sure these 2 gears are lined up. There we go. Try to get you in here close. And here you can see how it's put together. All right, now this thing is still wobbly because I don't have anything holding it to the post here. So I'm just going to use these composite shims. I saw somebody else do this also. Will it work on the bottom, or do I need one on the bottom too? Let's see if I tap that in. That's really nice and solid now. Now, normally you would put this bracket here, and there's a spot for it to bolt in here, but the holes just aren't lined up right. So I think this should work, and if it doesn't, I can always come up with something else later. Alright, there's one more thing to do up here, and that's to get this chain fed through this deal. And this actually comes packaged with this piece of metal holding the chain all together. It's kind of nice. this thing's like 26 feet long, so hopefully I don't get it all tangled up. Alright, now I gotta get this under the shaft and then back around the other side. Let's see if I can do that easily. Alright, so after a little bit of back and forth, I finally got this chain kind of halved on there, and so that it's all down here. So now this should be about a foot off the ground from everything I've seen. So we're going to need to take some of this off. There we go. Okay, now they give you this little link here, and we can hook these up together. Looks about right. Hopefully we can squeeze this together. Maybe a vice grip. Here, it is the best tool. Oh yeah, that works the best. A little more. So the kit comes with this retainer, and the idea is that you would mount it to the wall or post or whatever, and this slips in here and it's kind of a lock. I don't have any lag bolts right now, and the kit did not come with them, so that's going to be on my to-do list for later. Alright, now the moment of truth. Did it work? Haha, it works. So I'm really happy with how this opener works, and it didn't break the bank. It was, like I said, a little over $100. Link in the description below. If you like this project, please give me a thumbs up and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it'll notify you when I have a new video. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.